Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to learn more from me, I have a lot of classes on Udemy. You can find the links to a lot of those in the description.
Hey guys, so what I wanted to talk about today is something that people do all the time when we are trying to make changes happen. When we are going towards things and we are trying to create something different, because the programming that we all have and the things that we run on every day can just keep us the same. And this can include when we're trying to change into new things, like working for new opportunities, like a relationship, a job, even trying to change our own habits, our own routines, and things like that. And the term that I like to use for this is discounting the positive. But you can also think of it as not seeing the silver lining. There is always a positive thing in every situation, and sometimes all we're doing is we're looking at the negativity. So like for example, if I look at how I used to be when I would wake up in the morning, I would think to myself, oh, I only have 3 hours to do whatever it is I want to do. And that can include doing things like getting up, taking a shower, brushing my teeth, having breakfast, to clean, doing the dishes and things like that. Now I only have 2 hours left. So I know I want to relax before I go to work, and I'm just so stressed out about work, and I end up not getting anything done just because I'm focusing on the amount of time that I have left, or the stress that I'm going to have later, or the fact that I'm going to go to work, or what have you. But when we discount the positive in this situation, I have 2 hours, or even three, or whatever, to do what I want to do. Maybe I would even have like a rough morning getting out of bed, and then I would just focus on the fact that I feel tired. Well, let's say that, what if I was to focus on, dude, I got 2 hours to do whatever the hell I want with, or I might be tired, but I'm up. We can stay stuck in our emotions and stay stuck in that, oh, but it's only like this, and we're missing the opportunities. Or we're going for a job interview, and yeah, there's a lot to learn and a lot to brush up on and a lot to prepare for. So and I'm nervous. So I'm nervous, I'm probably not going to get the job. Oh, I'm discounting the positive right there. I have an interview, I have an opportunity to get a job. Oh, I'm looking for a relationship, and I've only been on so many dates with this person, or I'm only getting this many dates or this many opportunities. Well, you could think about the negative right there, or you could think about the positive. I have opportunities to form relationships with people, and hey, I could shoot my shot. Or, there's so many different situations where we can look at just the negativity of it and let it weigh us down. You showed up late to an event, so you're stressed out about being late. Hey, did you still make it to that event? Yeah, you did. So enjoy it. There's so many times when we can tell ourselves, yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough this. I don't feel good. What are the things that you tell yourself that diminish the positive? That where you're only focusing on the negativity of the situation. All of these things can rob your energy from being able to do the thing that you want to do. Let's say you're going to do a spell because you want to change a particular situation. You might focus on the negativity about, I don't know if this is going to change, or this situation is really hard, or this person affects me really badly, or I have so much pressure. Then you're only focusing on the negativity. What's the positive outcome? What is your goal? What do you want to think? What do you want to feel? You can change your perception from the negative to the positive about any situation by looking at the opportunities. So, you can look outside and say, oh, it's getting colder out, which means I can't go outside and I can't enjoy the outdoors. But what's the positive thing that you can think about? Well, the seasons change. I know that they do. Now I'm inside. There are plenty of things that I can do now that I'm inside. We're transitioning from outside activities to inside activities up here at the Northern Hemisphere. Like, for me, I like to go outside and be outdoors and go on adventures and stuff, sure. But with the weather changing over to it being cold, I can't do that. But being inside gives me the opportunity to do other activities. I can focus on practicing more guitar. I can focus on redoing the rooms in my basement to make it more conducive for fun and things like that. If you guys watched my live stream that I had, you'll know that I created a new backdrop for making videos and things like that. And that wouldn't have happened if I was still focusing on going outdoors and doing things out there. So rather than being sad that it's getting colder, I was like, what can I do in this situation? What is the positive that I can glean from the current situation? Basically, we can rob ourselves from feeling positive, from thinking positive, and from outcomes and opportunities by focusing on what we don't have, or focusing on that sense of lack rather than that sense of abundance. I could have a lack of time because I had to do a bunch of chores, and then I feel tired afterwards. But I could focus on the abundance of time that I have when I'm done with those chores, because I would still have a couple hours left before work. And even if I feel tired, I could sit there and be all blasé and scroll on my phone. Or I could say, I have the next hour and a half to focus on making a video. I have the next hour and a half to focus on playing guitar. I could clean up my kitchen. Yeah, and you might think it's negative when it comes to cleaning up, or that it's stressful, but what's the positive? What's the silver lining at the end of it? You have a clean kitchen. We spent a good number of hours fixing up things in the basement, in the 2 rooms that I have here in my basement, and I could focus on the negative of, wow, that's a lot of work to do, or I could focus on the positive of, look at this opportunity that we have to put the work into things and make my basement more conducive for getting things done and actually making both rooms usable for different things. And focusing on the positive and the opportunities, and, looking at the situation from what I don't have or what I lost to what I do have and what I gained, allowed me to use my energy in a much more positive way towards different goals. So this really translates to spell work, because you can think of a situation where you're only focusing on the negativity of the situation and diminishing the positivity of it, that there could be a change in it, that there could be a change in the outcome. And if you focus on the negativity of the situation, you might just not even address it with spell work and be like, oh, this is something I just have to deal with. Or you can focus on the positivity of the situation and say, hey, this is an opportunity I have to change things. And of course, this kind of thing does take a leap of faith to do, with focusing on the opportunity that you have, not potentially a solid outcome before you go and you do spell work. But that's where we hold on to our belief that this particular thing can change and it can turn positive. And then when we do the spell work and the action to make that happen, as we go about the process of, okay, I did the spell work and now I take action, the more that you focus on the positivity, knowing that you have the energy and the magic behind you, supporting you in making that goal happen, the more likely you are to look at things as opportunities and focusing on the positive of the situation rather than the negative of the situation. You have a negative coworker, you have a bad job that you're in. You can focus on the negativity of the crappy job that you have, or you can focus on the positivity of that you have a job and that there are other opportunities out there that you can go for, apply for, and get, because you are thinking bigger. You are thinking better. You are saying you want more. So the more that we focus on the positive and we don't discount it, we don't downplay it, and we see it as a real solid opportunity, then the more likely you are to create that positive outcome. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Remember to like, share, and subscribe or follow, depending on the platform that you are here with me on this episode. And definitely, I'm looking forward to making more content for you guys. You can definitely suggest content. You can ask questions that you might want me to answer and give my perspective on. So until next time, good hunting.